Bonjour Year 9. Welcome to Lesson 3. Well done. Second of your lessons today, one after the other. And you're going to continue with Lesson 3, talking about les vêtements. It will be the last lesson where you speak about clothes. Here's the equipment that you'll need in today's lesson. It's the same as for period 1. So if you do need to get anything else or to take a little break, then quickly do that now and press pause. And please remember to email me if you've got any questions about the activities in this lesson. Thank you to the students who already uploaded their work on class charts. I'll be having a look at that and getting back some feedback to you within the next week. So bravo, really well done. Here's my email address in case you've got any questions on the lesson today. Ok, copiez la date, jeudi 4 juin, et le titre, je vais porter un short. I'm going to wear shorts, and underline the date and the title, please, in French. And l'objectif is to write about what you wear using 3 different tenses. So pause if you need to write those 3 things down now. And here's your do now activity. It should take about 5 minutes. I'd like you to copy down the English and write down the French. Pause to do that now. And here are the answers for you to check. Numéro 1, I wear a blue skirt. Je porte une jupe bleue. Remember to add your I to bleu. It's pronounced exactly the same as if it didn't have an I, but it needs putting on there because une jupe is feminine. Numéro 2, I like to wear brown shoes. J'aime porter des chaussures marron. Okay, remember marron does not agree with the feminine plural word chaussure because it's invariable, because it's also a noun. It's also a type of nut. Okay, so therefore it just says as marron. Okay, numéro 3. Sometimes I wear a green coat. Parfois je porte un manteau vert. Notice that you don't pronounce the T on vert. Numéro 4. I do not like to wear a black tie. Je n'aime pas porter une cravate noire. Okay, une cravate is feminine, so noir needs an E on the end. Really well done, Year 9. I'm now going to pass you on to Monsieur Bolis, who is going to teach you the rest of the lesson, and I'm just going to give you a quick reminder at the end to upload everything to class charts. Merci, au revoir.
For our first activity, I want you to copy that grid in your exercise book. So that's the first thing I want you to do. Don't fill it in yet. I'm going to help you to fill it in by giving you some tips. But first, just copy this as it is in your exercise book. You can now press pause and press play when you've copied the grid. So now what I want you to do, using the words below, fill in the present tense column only. So I've hidden the 2 columns, so make sure you fill in only the middle one. Please don't be that person that makes the mistake of filling in the wrong column. So double check that you've got the right one in front of you and the words at the bottom are in a different order than it is on your screen. You can now press pause and press play when you're ready to see the correction. Here is the correction. So it's je porte ending in an I, tu portes ending in an S, il, elle and on ends in an I, nous portons, vous portez, il, elle porte. Now if we think about translating it, je porte is I wear or I am wearing, tu portes you wear or you are wearing, and so on and so forth. Now what I want you to do, using the words below the grid, fill in the future tense column, which is now on your screen. So the column on the right, using the phrases at the bottom, put them in the correct order. You can now press pause and press play when you're ready to see the correction. Here is the correction to the future tense column. It's je vais porter, tu vas porter, il, elle, on va porter, nous allons porter, vous allez porter, ils, elles vont porter. So porter is there all the time, of course, because that means to wear. And if you're saying I am going to wear, you just need to know how to say I am going, which is je vais, and then you add the infinitive Next, we've got one more column to fill in. Here are the words you need to put in the correct place. Press pause and press play when you're ready to see the correction. And here is the correction. We've now filled in the grid. The last column is j'ai porté, tu as porté, ils, elles ont apporté, nous avons porté, vous avez porté, ils, elles ont porté. So you would have noticed that porté is written 6 times exactly the same way, E accent. Now do not get confused with the porté ER which we saw in the future tense. So take the time to really have a look at those two columns, check that your spelling is correct. And of course, j'ai porté means I wore, so you've got 2 words in English but 3 in French. For our next activity, I want you to really spend time doing some Quizlet and learning porté in the 3 different tenses, just like we've seen and you've got in your exercise book. Finally, test yourself and make sure you include that screenshot on class chart when you're uploading your work. You can now press pause and press play when you're ready to move on with the lesson. For our next activity, I want us to have a look at the last sentence builder for this topic on clothing. Now, it should look very familiar. The only thing that have changed is the bottom left 3 boxes of this grid. So let's have a look at them. I added 2 new phrases, introductory phrases or term phrases, pour aller à un barbecue or pour aller à une fête d'anniversaire. And then I put the past tense and the future tense. So j'ai porté and je vais porter, you've just practiced, you know it very well. Instead of putting he or she there, I put a noun, like mon frère, but of course you can replace it with ma soeur, mon père, ma mère, whatever you want to put there. And also, instead of putting nous, I put mes copains et moi. Same with the future tense, ma soeur va porter and nous allons porter are the new phrases. For the rest, it's exactly as you've seen that grid before, so it's not a surprise at all. Meaning that I'm now going to read you a series of sentences. Can you please write them down in your exercise book? Numéro 1. D'habitude, je porte une ceinture blanche en coton. Numéro 2. Pour aller à un barbecue, je vais porter un sweat à capuche rouge. Numéro 3. Pour aller à un anniversaire, ma sœur va porter des chaussures blanches de marque. Numéro 4. Pour aller à un barbecue, j'ai porté des baskets marron en coton. Numéro 5. Now I'm going to read you the sentences in English. I want you to write them down in French in your exercise book. Normally, I wear a grey suit made of cotton. Numéro 6. To go to a barbecue, my brother and I wore a grey scarf. Numéro 7. To go to a birthday party, I am going to wear a green shirt. Good work, Year 9. Here are the 7 sentences you were supposed to write down in your exercise book. Can you please take the time to double check that what's on your screen now is the same as your exercise book? And please make corrections, which is what I should be seeing when I'm looking at your work later. You can now press pause and press play when you're ready to continue. For our next activity, first I am going to read you the text below. So can you please follow it as I read it to you? Qu'est-ce que tu portes? Normalement, le week-end, j'aime porter un short bleu en coton quand il fait chaud. Aussi, je porte un t-shirt gris de marque avec des baskets blanches, car c'est confortable et je pense que c'est cool. Mais le week-end dernier, pour aller à un barbecue, j'ai porté un pantalon noir avec des chaussures vertes en cuir. Aussi, j'ai porté une chemise blanche à carreaux car c'est chic. Pour aller à une fête d'anniversaire, le week-end prochain, je vais porter une robe rouge et un t-shirt noir. Aussi, je vais porter des chaussures bleues. À mon avis, c'est super. Okay, so I've now read you a text using 3 different tenses, talking about what you wear, what you're going to wear, what you wore, and using items of clothing as well as adjectives, details, and giving different opinions and reasons. I made a translation of it, but it's full of mistakes. So what I want you to do, I want you to rewrite the translation fully and correct all the mistakes that you come across. So in your exercise book, just rewrite the translation and correct all the mistakes as you go along. You can now press pause and press play when you're ready to see the correction. Now you can see in red all the mistakes that are made and all the correction that should have been made. So double check that you found all the mistakes and you got them all right. You can now press pause, check your work, and press play when you're ready for your next activity. So now is the time for you to write down your own text about what you wear. About 60 words, of course, you can write more, but make sure you include the following. At least 3 items of clothing you normally wear, so that means you're using the present tense. At least 3 items of clothing you wore, so that means you're using the past tense. And 3 items of clothing you are going to wear, so you're using the future tense. Make sure you include details like the color, the fabric, and that needs to be about each item. Of course, I'd like to see opinions, reasons, and connectives. And I'm putting now back on your screen the example that we've just worked on. So you can now press pause and press play when you're ready to continue with the lesson. Of course, it would be great if that text appear in the work you're going to upload later on class charts. Now is the time for you to complete the quizzes. I know we haven't done one for some time. So remember, you click on the link that is on class charts. You enter your name as your email address so that we can check who has completed the quiz. Remember that you don't need to sign up, you can just skip that part. You can now press pause and press play when you finish the quizzes.
Merci Year 9, bon travail, great work. Please remember now to upload a picture of your work onto class charts, and I'll be reviewing your work within the week. Merci beaucoup, au revoir.